life was measured not in days, but in a single drop of water.
The Great Plains, once arteries of life, had become monuments to dust.
And in this brittle world, the smallest of lives were the first to fade into memory.
Only the bones remained, stark monuments to a time of plenty.
All that was left of the life-giving blue water lake was a scar of mud upon the earth, a desperate focal point, guarded not by life, but by the stench of decay.
Every crack in the earth told a story, a silent testament to a desperate pilgrimage.
Here, survival was measured in inches, only the distance between sun and shadow.
A cruel promise for a journey its legs could no longer make.
It was the heart of a dying world.
But even in a dying land, the winds of change were stirring. This last bastion of life was guarded by Satao, the great patriarch, whose memory stretched back to a time when the world was green.
His duty was not to the mud, but to the future sheltered within his herd.
But where there is desperation, there is also ambition.
Led by Scar, whose thirst for water was matched only by his thirst for power.
The elephants are large, but witless. They do not deserve the entire lake.
Far from the feud at the waterhole, a different struggle for survival unfolded. For the tigress Sibia, every waking moment was a choice between caution and starvation.
A choice made not for herself.
And then there was Balthazar, who had seen this story play out 100 times before.
The pieces were set, and the first move would be made not with brute force, but with cunning.
A plan born of hunger and malice, executed by a loyalty forged in fear.
Now, drive them! The line! Protect the young!
For chaos was not the goal, it was the key.
It is a veil.
A desperate gamble, measured in seconds. An open challenge could be met with force, but a challenge of cunning required a more venomous reply.
She is a shadow, a threat to all our young.
In a world ruled by thirst, a new poison began to spread: fear.
The lie had taken root, and the heart of the savannah, once a place of tense truce, was now a tinderbox of suspicion.
She sought only water, but found a wall of fear and a waiting tyrant.
You are a danger to us all. Leave this place, or there will be consequences.
I only want survival for my cubs! You hypocrite! You are the one who caused this chaos!
In a land of hardened warriors, there was one whose age alone commanded respect.
You quarrel while death approaches us.
I have lived long enough to see this foolishness repeat. You fight for a drying puddle, while the true enemy is the sun in the sky.
And in the silence that followed, a far greater enemy came into focus. It is often in the deepest despair that hope finds a voice. For most, it was a curious sight. But for Satao, whose memory was a library of generations,
It was a key, unlocking the ghost of a story.
We can die here, fighting over what is almost gone. Or we can journey together. For a king, there is a fate worse than death. To follow. Agreed.
Narrator. For a mother, there was no choice at all. Only a path.
I know the way to that mountain. I will guide you.
and so it began. Not a herd, not a pride, not a pack, but a pilgrimage of hope. An unnatural order was forged. The strong would now clear the path for the swift.
The mountain calls. I hear it on the wind.
The tyrant, for the first time, became a protector, not of a kingdom, but of the pilgrimage. They walked through the graveyards of a world that once was, each step a prayer for a world that might yet be. The sun, their true enemy, showed no mercy. It baked the earth, cracked their paws, and stole the breath from their lungs.
In the world they had left behind. But here,
No one is left behind.
After days that felt like years, they reached the end of the plains. Here, the mountain breathes.
The path to paradise was not a grand gate, but a dark, uncertain whisper in the stone.
What is that sound?
It was a sound none of them had heard in months. A sound more precious than life.
For the mother, the first taste of water was not her own, but the one she saw her children enjoy.
They had found their paradise, but they had learned a lesson, paid for in hardship.
That in this harsh world, the greatest enemy was not each other, but the divisions between them.
And so began a new world, built not on instinct, but on understanding.